bumping. And I did get a couple little bumps, but not any serious bumping. See, serious bumping, light little bumps are like this. Serious bumping is like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this thing would have had to have had serious bumping going on. He keeps it taut, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I was taught that.
Dork.
I'm a dork. But I love being a dork. Ooh, ooh, and I love this day. Ooh, ooh, and it is so nice, don't you say? Ooh, ooh.
And I think we've
We don't want to
just
kill
about
this
worn the dogs out.
thing. All right, I'm bringing this guy in.
Alright, Drake, we don't want to hook you, so we got Fatty, we got Drake. He's hanging out in the water because he's hot, and then goofball Jess. But we're going to save this battery since I didn't properly charge it.
Well, they got it. They did get
Oh.
it. Even though I extra wrapped it, they got it.
Darn it.
Darn it. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm getting this one. I watched video this so they can see how I do this. So he can critique me if I'm not doing this quite right. But these are called sand shrimp. And they're not in good shape. You know, they're supposed to be moving a little bit, and they're not. But you hook them in through the mouth, and then down through the abdomen, and you hook it at the tail, just with a little bit of a hook coming out right there. Then you got everything in a big clump right there. Nice big clump. And then you take this mesh and you open it up and you put it around it and you hold it tight onto the side of the, and you wrap it, but it's got to be open, and you wrap it wide open as you can get it around this guy just a couple times, okay, and then you cut it with a knife right here. I got a knife right here. That's good enough. I can pull it tight and rip it off. And then there's this bungee that you then take and you put on it, and you bungee it on tight so it isn't going to want to fall off. And you bungee it, you know, about that many times, and then you just pull it till it pops. Then you see the juice start to drip out of it. And then he's got this special cocktail sauce that you put on it. Just a drip or two on that side. I'll put one on this side. And that's supposed to drive these sturgeon crazy. Now we are sturgeon fishing. This is called sturgeon fishing. And we're on the what body of water, Beth?
We're in the Owako Channel.
Owako Channel.
Right
And
off
that's
the
a tight, nice little wrap. We know the sturgeon are out there. They've hit me 2 or 3 times today. And we saw one jump earlier. So I go out to the farthest knoll without the dogs getting after me. How do I keep the dogs away at this point? Fatty won't go after it, will he?
Nah.
And you launch it as far as you can out there. You come back, stick it in the pole. You let it settle down to the bottom. And these fish are going to be after it fast. So I tighten it up tight right away so I can see any bouncing. There. I'm tight. I'm down. Now, we wait. And it won't take long, and this thing will go, if it's serious, if they're there and one goes right for it, it'll go. And I'll grab the thing, and I'll lean the tip over, reel up any slack, set the hook, and then keep. They got hard mouths. They're a prehistoric type of fish. I've never caught one, so I don't know what I'm talking about, really. But you set it, and then there are no barbs on this, so you got to keep the pressure on them. Now I've got a pretty good drag set, and you check your drag by pulling it. I could tighten it up just a little bit more, maybe not. Depends on how big it is. But you got to have your drag set because you can't be messing around too much with it. And there are crabs out there that are working on this. This is a stiff pole, so we don't quite see the action on it
Drake.
quite as much as if we were on that other pole. But that other pole had it right here, had all the action on it, watched it bouncing. I thought I had one on, so I set it really good, and all I brought back was line, the lead, and everything. It took off. Which, you know, I may have had a big fish on there. I don't know. I don't know what was up with that. But, at any rate,
It's a nice day.
It's not bouncing.
It's not bouncing.
And we got...
And this is
we got 2 shrimp.
Where we are at. Right
shrimp,
out there.
1 shrimp left.
There being the gates out to the Columbia River. That's the entrance to this Chinook channel. Then it comes right along here, Chinook channel. Us, stake 10, stake 11, and then right over there in the distance, over that little sand hill, is the Coast Guard station. We're out here at the point at the Coast Guard station. And then the Owaka Channel continues on up way over on the opposite side of that sand, all the way up over to right. I'm a little off here and wobbly. Oh, there's that boat coming out. There's the entrance to the Owaka Harbor. I'm wobbly. I can't do this. Yeah. Alright. And to give you the full view, right there, around that high peak right there, is our lighthouse, the Cape Disappointment Lighthouse. And then continue on around. There is the A jetty. Jetty A, extending all the way out to the tip. And then the bars just beyond that. Yep. Alright. Any bites?
No. Now what is this for? Is this a sturgeon fishing lure?
Fakey?
Fakey?
Yeah, I guess you could probably wrap that guy and put some of that smelly stuff on him. Make him look like a
and pull it in?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I'll try it.
You tried on the other one?
Yeah.
Drake, get off of there! Drake! Drake, Fatty, and Jess. Alright, we'll save the battery.